Back on the front end alignment on this thing, I have decided, I was thinking about it after I shot that other one with a single laser down the center, this green laser down the center, and the red laser and the red laser. And the red laser you couldn't see. They were cheap lasers, and they just didn't put out enough power. So what I've decided to do, I ordered another one of these green lasers. Now they're not very expensive, 120 bucks, 130 bucks, something like that. I did get a 20% off on this one. This one right here is like a newer version of this one, and this one's only a couple of months old. Anyway, I came out and decided a different procedure would probably be easier for somebody to follow. So I set this laser up back here, and I lined up the central axis of the quad the same way I did before, where the green line hits that Zerk fitting in the back, right down the center of it. And I've got a plumb bob hanging from a hoist up there. And you can, I think you can see it. The laser hits that string all the way down. And that's the point in the front that's determined as the center of the front end of the quad. Also, underneath it, I hope you can see it, that green laser line shines all the way down the front. And so what I did, I took two scales and set them upright and set the end of it right where they intersect that laser. And this one up here does the same thing. It intersects it right on the end. And then I set the second laser up to where it's shining across both of these guys, both of these scales, and the laser plane actually goes all the way up. I don't know if you can see it up on the wall or not, but yeah, I think you can see that just a little bit. But this is a vertical plane that comes down here. Now, the way to set the toe on this is that you come right from the center to the front. Now that right there is about 2.1. I got the right scale. Now I need the thousandth scale. That's about 2.45 inches on there, and bring it back here. This one should be a little bit less, that's 2.4. So the edge of this rim right here is 50 thousandths less than the edge of the rim here along this plane, which means this wheel is towed in about 50 thousandths of an inch. Now do the same thing on the other side and it comes out exactly the same. But this may be an easier way to do it than some of the others. I've seen some of the other guys talk about finding the center spot in the front and the center spot in the back, particularly if you've got quads that have independent rear suspension, where you've got to set the camber and caster angles for them, and you've got to set the rotational angles and the toe in the front and in the back. But using two lasers, this is a real easy way to do it, and I'm going to start using this on my race car. I've been using the string method on it, and that worked okay. I wasn't happy with it because the string, I don't know, I never was real happy with that. But anyway, this laser, this thing is dead nuts on. It is dead nuts on. So, in order to do this on the other side, I would just simply take the scale, flip it to the other side, and set it up exactly the same. It's a little touchy to get these lasers this way and angled just right to where they strike it, but it's worth the effort. And this one's hitting the scale at exactly 22 inches from the center line in the back, and it's also hitting the scale exactly 22 inches from the edge of the scale in the front. You can see it. And so that laser is all the way up and down. It's everywhere. So that also, I noticed setting that laser up on the back axle, that thing is still dead nuts center. and that line right there goes right up through the center of the quad. So everything on this quad is level and square and perpendicular and not bent anymore. And I'm tickled to death about that.